Hello and welcome back to my channel. And today we are reviewing a independent film by director Harvey. Let me see. So we've got Harley Wallen's film called Fathers, and it's due to be released shortly, I think. And it runs for an hour and 34 minutes. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at the trailer.
Is he your father?
What do you think had happened to her?
Please give Natalie and her family some space. Most important thing is that she's home, she's safe.
Your daughter has been missing 15 years, and you were too important to help.
She needs to be able to explore herself in a safe space.
She can stay here.
I think I heard my dad's voice.
You think you heard Calvin's voice?
No, not Calvin.
Did you hear that?
Surprise!
It's Wolfie protecting Mommy and you from Calvin.
You have my permission to bite any bad people who come here, especially when I'm not around. It's about your mom.
Not Mom.
It was a stroke, honey. I wish she were here to help you piece it all together.
I'm not gonna let them take you from me again. I love you too much.
I know, Dad.
I have to get to the hospital. I have to get patched up.
If you come out, I promise we won't shoot.
Let's not give him a chance to do this again.
You have any idea what will happen when Calvin finds us? Do you?
Are you my real dad?
I am your real dad.
Then who is Bobby? Step one, be very quiet.
Trust is good. Control, better.
So that was the trailer. So let's get into the review. So the storyline goes, a young girl, Natalie, is kidnapped, but it's not long until we realize things are much more complex as her captor presents a completely different picture. Natalie must figure out what is actually true and what isn't before it's too late. So Natalie Dryden returns home after being missing for 15 years. Her return has started a snowball effect where lies are revealed, people are not who they say they are, and she only has the assistance of a psychiatrist, Bridget Porter, who is taking Natalie through hypnotherapy sessions to try to regain her lost memories. I really enjoyed these scenes where we get to see in flashbacks what happened to her when she was living with the monster who kidnapped her. So her father, Calvin Dryden, is an interesting character hiding secrets, and this is good because it helps to misdirect the viewer, adding something sinister and mysterious into the story arc. It would seem because of her amnesia, has been through trauma and will be, so she's blocking out what happened to her, and I think that this will be, it's actually a really authentic scenario of somebody who's suffering from trauma, to block out what's happened to them to bring about the trauma. So that's a very authentic scenario that I think people who have been in that position will actually relate to. I know I did. So anyway, we get to meet the man who kidnapped Natalie, who goes by the name of Bobby Nash. Now, he's played by the director himself, Harley Wallen, and I love seeing Harley Wallen's acting. It's a family orientated production, which all of his films seem to be, and it's good because it shows consistency having the same cast as well, but they also bring on board new cast members as well. So Bobby Nash, he's a particularly atrocious and very interesting character. I enjoyed the cat and mouse game happening in the story, with Natalie finding evidence around the house that's pointing towards something horrible that's probably going to be revealed. And when the truth is revealed, it's shocking and it terrifies her senseless as she tries putting all the pieces together to actually work out what's going on, and what the truth is. So there's good texturing and layering going on, and it enhances the plot greatly and the storyline, thus keeping the viewer invested, not only in the characters, but the film itself to see what the missing pieces are. So you become sort of a sleuth trying to put the pieces together as well while you're watching it. And I quite like films like that. So it's an enthralling watch, that's for sure, as everything comes together nicely, so, and not so nicely as well. So when the police enter the scene, it actually propels the story further and solidifies the mystery as Detective Booker and Chief Norris try to find, do their best to find who the kidnapper is and to support Natalie. So it seems like Dr. Porter and the two detectives seem to be the only real sort of support system she has, because she seems to have fallen out with her dad, Calvin. And we see why that is as we progress through the film. So I had to wonder, is someone in the house watching her, just because of the evidence that's being put around the house? Is she being stalked? If so, who by? Or is she losing her mind completely? So I kind of like the ambiguity there of not knowing yet what's actually going on. I mean, essentially you get the whole story by the end of it, but I like the little tidbits that are happening in the film. It keeps the momentum flowing. There's also some very emotive scenes, especially with when we see Natalie falling apart. It's really tragic after everything she's been through. So right at the end, there are some really good resolutions happening. And then we're left with a massive twist, which leads me to believe there might be a sequel coming our way soon. I really hope so. I'd like some of the ambiguity to be a bit more pronounced, as in it would be good to have a follow-on from this. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. It just means that the viewer's interpretation has to come in and work things out or not work things out. So overall, this is another epic production by Harley Wallen and his cast, who deliver stellar performances, and their commitment to the films shines through in their acting. The settings and the locations are excellent, with forest scenes and the cabin where she was kept for 15 years, and in the huge mansion she's living in now. It must have been a real shell shock for her after 15 years of, actually, because she was kidnapped when she was like very, very young. So she must have been about 5 when she was kidnapped. And so she's gone from living in a cabin for 15 years, which is virtually, it's a house, but it's a cabin more so than anything, in the woods. And then she's just propelled into this huge mansion, and it's a beautiful mansion too. So the settings are brilliant, and the twists and turns keep the viewer guessing, which is what I really like about this film, is that we never really quite know what's the truth and what's not until the end, which is really good, because the suspense just keeps you riveted in wanting to know what's going to happen. So I highly recommend you watch this one when it's released for public viewing. It's an absolutely bone-chilling film that will have you on the edge of your seat, as the tension and suspense is riveting and the story very profound. So once again, Harley Wallen has delivered us with a massive production, and congratulations, guys. It was a really good one. I really, really like Harley Wallen's films. They're gritty and raw. There's always a lesson. He nails it when it comes to things like that, and I think he knows what he's doing, and I really enjoy watching his films. There hasn't been one that I haven't enjoyed. And I'm not being biased. It's just that, when you find a really good filmmaker, an independent filmmaker. As you know, I love independent films, and yeah, he's one of the best that there are out there. There's several others as well, of course, but he's one of the best as well. So yeah, so further to that, I will let you know when it is released. You'll see it all on my social media, and so that you can go over and watch it. But until my next review, take care out there, stay safe, and we'll see you next time, and bye for now.